Hey everybody, back with another video, the first one in a long time, and probably the first one for a while, unfortunately. The reason being is that right now, in the hobby, everything is way too expensive. Um, take Select, for example. I was excited that Select was finally going to have some retail, and I never saw it once in my local Target or Walmarts before, Target stopped selling cards, and I just can't justify spending like $100 for a blaster or like 150 or whatever they're going for mega boxes. It's just way too expensive. Um, it's unfortunate, but I didn't want to spend $20 over like for a mega box. Whenever I first started around last year, when I was buying 2020 prestige boxes, I was paying 60 per box instead of the 40 for retail, and I didn't want to pay that. And I did because I enjoyed the ripping and everything, but now everything is just way too expensive, and I just can't see myself forking over that amount of money. Even subscription boxes where you get the hobby packs, those are going up. And as much as I enjoy ripping and everything, I just can't justify the prices anymore. It's crazy out there. So honestly, I think I'm probably just gonna go back to buying singles on eBay of the cards, the LSU players that I want, and call it a day until things can maybe start dropping, maybe keep dropping and get to a reasonable price. But until then, I probably won't be ripping anything because I'm not even finding repacks at Walgreens. The NFL Prime packs and the jumbo box, the black boxes where people were looking for Russell Wilson rookies. Even those, I haven't seen those in months. The last ones I opened probably a couple months ago, and I check Walgreens every time I go, nothing. So that's why there hasn't been any updates, any more videos recently, simply because when it comes to football cards, there's not a lot out there. Nothing that I'm willing to spend, a butt ton of money on. So this video will be nothing but mail days, but a little different. This is stuff I've gotten recently. And then I have a whole bunch of stuff that's actually baseball and not football, which is a bit outside my wheelhouse when it comes to collecting. But I've been working on this, quote, collection for quite a while now. I'd say it's pretty much what I've been working on the past few months, buying these instead of buying football. Mostly because, all my 2020 LSU guys, draftees, I got them. I got their autos. 2021, I was waiting for the official stuff to come out. And now it has started with, I think, a Legacy, Contenders draft, and Score has dropped. So I'm going to start going after those LSU guys that were drafted, the ones that went undrafted. But those have just started to drop, so still a bit of ways to go before I can get all the ones I want and everything. But yeah, so kind of slim pickings. This is what we've got here. Even my little good luck fortune cat did not bring me any good luck or fortune. Did add some pretty cool Crystal Head vodka skulls though, although I'm a little disappointed. That one was supposed to be 750 milliliters. It's actually 1.75. So I'm going to have to rebuy one for the same size as that one so everything looks uniform. But yeah, sorry, Fortune Cat, you have not brought me very much fortune, but maybe that'll change, who knows. But for now, this is what we've got. I've got a few packages, and then we'll get into my little new collection. So this is, if you remember, I was going after the Rainbow for Caleb Chason for Prism Draft 2020. This is the Camo Prism, numbered out of 25. And if you see, it's numbered 18 of 25, so it is a eBay 1 of 1 jersey number card. Crazy enough, I got this for $2. Not only is it a super short print, not only is it a jersey number card, $2. The shipping costs more than this card. I was shocked. I was the only person to bid on it, and I needed it for the Rainbow, so excited to have gotten that. This one, oh, okay, it's covered. This one is a Panini 1 card. Always thought these looked cool, always wanted one. Got this one for a very good price, mostly because it is kind of a garbage player. And that would be a Darius Geis Panini 1 rookie card, numbered 28 of 75. So close to being jersey number. But Geis turned out to be a garbage human being, which sucks because he's also an LSU guy. So this is a PC card, but he ended up being very, very bad person. But he didn't get any money from this card, so I didn't feel that bad about buying it. Comes in a Panini 1 sealed 1 touch, which is nice. Cool card, patch auto. So it's really cool, but like I said, garbage person, but 2-colored because there's a little white right there, white on the stitching. But yeah, I love this card. I think that blue shines nice. I love the way it looks. It just sucks that he turned out to be a piece of garbage. So this is my first of the 2021 LSU draftees. Terrace Marshall Jr. Terrible auto, just absolute garbage auto. But my first one of the 2020 scorecard. I was gonna stay away from score because even it's just so plain. But I actually dig the design this year. Score last year I thought was ugly, and I had plans to just wait to contenders draft, but I actually dig the design for score, so I went ahead and said, screw it, I'm gonna grab it. So that's my first LSU draftee for 2021. Only one so far. Haven't got any more. Unless you count this, not an auto, but a Jamar Chase Pro Set. Normally, I stay away from Leaf, because I like the licensed cards, I like the logos, but the fact that they went old school and brought back Pro Set for some of the stuff, I just thought it looked really cool. These were only available on Leaf's website. It was like a print to order kind of thing. So however many orders they got, that's how many cards they printed. So it's not numbered, but it's not numbered on the card, but there is only a certain amount of them. I don't remember how many were printed of him. It was like $8 per card, but looks really cool. If only he was facing a bit more towards the camera, you wouldn't even notice that there's no LSU logo right there. But my first quote-unquote Jamar Chase rookie card, unlicensed, but still cool. All right, so now for this collection I've been talking about. So I'm not a huge baseball card collector. I was as a kid. Basketball was my main thing. Baseball was second. Football was actually last. But being an Astros fan, I've always loved Nolan Ryan. I don't think I ever got to saw him play as a kid. He was gone with the Astros whenever I started going to games in the early 90s. But there was a bunch of my uncle was a huge baseball fan, and we used to go to card shows and go to games, and he had a bunch of Nolan Ryan cards and stuff he gave me as a kid. So I decided some of the ones that I really dug, I decided to try to see if I can find those same cards graded and have them back in my collection. To start with, this is a kind of unique set. So every card I'm about to show you is PSA graded. They're all PSA. So this, start off, is a 1993 Whataburger Nolan Ryan 300th win PSA 9. So Whataburger did a series of cards in the early 90s through Triad, which I think was the company. And they were just snapshot moments of Nolan Ryan's career. For example, this is a card about his 300th win. And on the back, you have a quote from Nolan about each event. And then a little pre-printed signature on there. But I had this whole set when I was a kid. I think I had the whole set twice over because we used to, living in Texas, Whataburger is king. So I thought it'd be cool to try to grab these as an adult, try to collect the set, but go for PSA 9s. Like everything you're going to see here, except for one card, is a except for a few, are PSA 9s. They're not really worth much. Most of these, some of these cards I paid a bit for. But I just thought it'd be cool to have, Nolan Ryan was my favorite player, even though I never got to see him play because I was too young. But my favorite Astros player, and I thought it'd be cool just to have a set of Nolan Ryan cards that were mint condition, graded PSA 9s. So that's what you're about to see here. So here's his 300th win. You see he was with the Rangers when he got it. This is from his 4th no-hitter when he was with the Angels. Again, PSA 9. And again, a little blurb about the game. Here we have his 5th no-hitter when he was with the Astros, also PSA 9. It's funny, it was Dusty Baker that got the ground out that got him this no-hitter. It's just funny that he would go on to be the general manager of the Astros. His first no-hitter, again with the Angels. And these all have that lenticular kind of look to them, which I always thought was cool. 3rd no-hitter, also with the Angels, PSA 9. And this is one of the ones I enjoy the most because it's just ridiculous. Nolan Ryan on horse. Like, all the cards have a blue background to them, and this one had an orange background, which I always thought was weird. It really, like, back in the day when I'd put all my cards in, like, you know, the nine slot sleeve page for the binders, and all the blues around the edges, and this is the one that I stuck in the middle, just because, you know, it looked cool with all the blue border and the big orange card in the middle. And last but not least of this set, we have his 6th no-hitter, and this is actually a Gem Mint 10. This is a perfect card, perfectly graded. Got it for a really good price too. Got it for under 30 bucks. I was kind of shocked that the guy accepted my offer. But there's still 3 more cards of this set that I have to get. His 2nd and 7th no-hitters, and then his 5,000th win. The 5,000th win was actually on eBay for 50 bucks, and it got sold before I had a chance to grab it, so that was disappointing. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. These are separate. Move these over here. These are a bit separate from that set. Just kind of random cards. This is a 1986 Topps Nolan Ryan PSA 8. When I bought this, I wasn't paying attention. Did not realize I was buying an 8. So that's a little disappointing because, like I said, I was going for 9, so I have to rebuy this card at a 9. But it goes for anywhere from 75 to 100 bucks at a 9. I think I paid $20 for this one. But I love the look of this card. You know, 86 was the year I was born, so my goal was to try to get a Nolan Ryan card for every year you play for the Astros. And so for the most part, you're going to see just Astros cards in here. And I was trying to get from every major brand. I was trying to go all Donruss, all Flear, or all Topps for all those years. And then, like I said, later when Score came, I think I have a 1 or 2 Score in there as well. But that's what I was mainly going for: Flear, Topps, Donruss, and then Score for every major brand. So 86 Topps, like I said, it's a PSA 8, not a 9, which was disappointing because I wasn't paying attention when I bought the card. This one is cool. It is 2004 Topps Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. All-Star Fan Fest Redemption. So in 2004, the MLB All-Star Game was in Houston, and all 4 major card companies, Upper Deck, Topps, Flear, and Donruss, all had redemption cards that you could redeem. This is the one for Topps, and this one is a Gem Mint 10, as you can see. So yet again, a perfect card. So I love that it's got my favorite Astros jersey and my favorite Astros logo, and then, you know, back when they were using the brick red at the time when the card came out. But really cool card, you know, has the stats, career totals for both of them. But yeah, this being a Gem Mint 10, I thought it was really cool. And this one is also interesting. This comes from Mother's Cookies. I think boxes of cookies, Mother's Cookies used to have Nolan Ryan cards in them. Like, for example, this is his 7 no-hitters, and he's holding 4 0 balls. This is a Mint 9. I had this card as a kid. I believe I still have this card in a binder somewhere in a closet. But I had this card as a kid. You can see on the back, Mother's Cookies. And if you were lucky enough to come across them at a game with the card, you can get a signature there. Like I said, I had this card as a kid. I believe I still have it. But yeah, I remember seeing this card and seeing that he looked so young. And then whenever I would see him, he was so much older, and I didn't realize that this is from, the photo was taken from way before my time. But yeah, like I said, I had this card as a kid, so I saw it as a PSA 9. I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab that. The next set is from 1990 Topps, and they had a set of Nolan Ryan, like, advertising like his 5,000th, was it 5,000th win? Or 5, yeah, or no. I can't remember, 5,000th strikeout, I think, maybe. But, the 90 Topps, the first few cards in the overall set were all Nolan Ryan ones, showing him playing for the different teams. So this one is a PSA 9 of him with the Mets, card number 2. Card number 1 I didn't buy because I think card number 1 was just your standard regular 1990 Topps card. He was with the Rangers, so I opted out of that one. But for like the little signature team set or team cards, I went ahead and got started with number 2, where he was with the Mets. Number 3, where he's with the Angels. Number 4, where he's with the Astros, obviously my favorite card of the bunch. And then number 5, where he's with the Rangers. And these cards, like I said, I love the 5,000 in the back. I like the design of them. I think they look pretty cool. Like I said, so far everything except for that 86 tops have been PSA 9s and a couple Gem Mint 10s. And now we start into the years. So to start off, 1981, Flear PSA 9. It's so crazy how his face looks kind of blurry. You just look at how the cards were printed back then, and there's so much more detail now. But still a cool card. And look at, I mean, they put his entire career on there, going back all the way to 65, before he was even in the majors, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so we have that one. Only one from 81. 82, we have Flear, and this one's even blurrier. Like, it's crazy how such a blurry shot is on an official card. But it's 82 Flear. 83 Donruss. PSA 9. 83 Flear. 84 Flear. Some of these are newer PSA grades, some of them are older. Like you can tell, this is 86 on it. So I don't have any 85 yet, but you can tell the PSA symbol in the middle is just completely silver. Whereas if you look at this one, it's the more modern, where it's got the blue and the red. So you can tell it's a bit different. And also these said PSA at the top right there. The newer ones don't. So they're a little older. So this is 86. Go back to the one I just had. We have 87 tops. 87 Donruss, and this team bag is very ripped, but I have to switch it out. 88 score. I think this is whenever I think 87 or 88 is whenever I found some score that was added to, like, you know, the regular sets, the Donruss, the Flears. And just look at how many years he played, man. And this is only up to 87. He still had a few more years after that. So we have the 87 Flear, or 88 Flear Glossy, which was like, I believe it was like a shinier cardstock, thicker cardstock. And then of course I also had the regular 88 Flear. So I'm not sure. Can't really tell the difference just looking at it, but the glossy, and then they had like Tops and Top Tiffany, which is sort of the same thing. Shinier card, thicker cardstock, better, you know, better quality. And coming down to the last few, we've got 88 Donruss. I like the border, the blue, you know, going into the black, the gradient red. I think it looks cool. And of course, like I said, my favorite Astros logo of all time, because it's got the dome in the middle. 89 score. Or sorry, 89 tops. '89 Upper Deck. I really like this one because it shows his entire pitching motion. It looks like they just composited 3 shots together, and I think it looks so cool. And again, with the Astros, I mean, the border and everything, the card itself is kind of plain, but I love the Astros logo, and I just love seeing him in his throwing motion. It's really cool. 89 Flear. And last but not least, 89 Donruss. Another PSA 9. So yeah, not bad. I mean, all in all, I'd say I have probably like 25 to 30 PSA 9 Nolan Ryan cards. Like I said, not a whole lot of them are worth much. I mean, like this is, some of them were. Some of them I paid over 50 bucks for. There's still plenty. Like there's the 81, what did I have? Flear, I think. So there's like the 81 Tops and Donruss. Some go for over 100. So I've stayed away from those for now, trying to get the, you know, the cheaper ones. But my goal is to have, like I said, every one of the majors. I have a list of the ones I still want to get, that I still need from all the years. Like I said, I don't have anything from 85, but I have at least one from every year, with the exception of 85. So if I can get an 85, and that's as far as I go, as far as, you know, getting some for cheap, then I'm good with it, because I'll have at least one card for every year he played with the Astros, and that was my goal. I've seen some of these cards, I've seen Gem Mint 10, but I mean, the prices for those are just way more than what the PSA 9s go for. So I'm fine with the 9s. I mean, it's literally mint, so, you know, I'm good with it. I mean, between the 7 Whataburger cards, these 4, and I mean this is an entire stack right here of PSA 9s and 10s and the 1/8. But yeah, I mean I can't complain. That's a very big stack of PSA 9 graded cards, so I'm happy with it. But that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been collecting. I've been buying these Nolan Ryan cards. Like I said, buying a few singles here and there. I still have a couple on the way, but for the most part, it's going to be singles, and that's about it. Simply because, you know, I've been priced out of the hobby. I can't afford to buy, you know, these hobby boxes. I mean, I've bought 2 hobby boxes in my life, Origins and Legacy. They're both Origins I got for $250. Legacy I got for $180. Last year's Legacy. I've been contemplating buying this year's because you can get it for around $205, $210 shipped, which is really good. But I'd rather just take that $200 and buy the players that I need. And I miss ripping, but logically it just makes sense to buy the singles instead of forking out the dough and possibly not even getting a single LSU rookie. And then if I don't get it, I'm going to have to go buy those cards anyway, so why not just buy them to begin with? So fortunately, that's just how it goes, but I'm still going to try to update here and there. Like I said, with the singles that come in, if I get lucky and I'm able to find something online cheap, I might just buy a single hobby pack here and there. It's going to make for a short video and not that exciting, especially if you don't get a hit, but I mean, it's all you can do until the hobby starts to mellow out a bit. You know, it's crazy right now with prices. And I don't know if it's going to keep going that way, if it's going to lower, who knows? Nobody knows. The market is just crazy. But for now, this is what I'm doing. This is what I've been doing. But hope you enjoyed the video. I don't know when the next one will be, but I'm sure, you know, if you're watching this, you'll get the notification when it comes out. Sorry it's been such a long time in between them, but it's just how it goes. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.